last time, the second round of fights took place in the tournament Gorna had entered. Gorna set to fight Haish Ross and Allison Keenvale to fight Kindness. Both fights were wonderful displays of power and skill, but eventually the championship fight was decided. Gorna and Kindness both winning their fights and moving forward to the main event. Gorna now had a great challenge to overcome, and overcome she did. Winning a great victory over the Minotaur, Gorna had swept the tournament and also seemed to sweep Moray off her feet. During the celebrations, Quinn and Finnegan take some time to get a little closer with one another. Quinn bought a gift for Finnegan, who'd been wanting to get into magic. Then Finnegan, in turn, began to teach Thieves' Cant to Quinrin. With your newfound friendship, you then decided to go torment Chet until Kindness had had enough of the shenanigans and sent you both to bed.
Like a good.
Only because I couldn't find Gorna.
So you were all...
Well, you already whipped his ass once. I was just going to, get him off my back a little bit. Now you got your stuff.
Gorna was busy.
I was busy.
It was why I couldn't find Gorna.
As are the rest of you now in your various rooms. Dalrin have finally left you alone and gone to bed himself so that you could go to bed. The rest of you feeling very drunk and very ready for sleep. You do... excuse me. You find sleep very quickly. It's quite easy as you've been partying for 4 days. Even you manage to actually get some sleep, even though you don't necessarily need it. You just lie down for a little bit as your body doesn't feel like you've treated it well for a while.
Oh, I have not respected myself.
So you do all actually fall asleep. And with your sleep comes another nightmare. The same as before. You all wake up, or at least come to awareness around one another, floating in the dreamscape. However, this time, instead of seeing darkness in the background all around you, instead, you can now faintly make out chains. The same chains you've seen before. Some as small as ants, some as large as ships, but they seem to be making up your background until you turn to find the meat wall yet again.
I'm glad that's the canon name for it.
Do we still?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Do we still see the crack that Gorna made last time we were here?
Oh yeah, it's still there.
Oh, then we just got to push through the wall.
Why would you free the meat wall?
I thought we were freeing ourselves through the meat wall.
Yeah, see, you're looking at it very
The only way out is through, right?
Yep. I'm a meat wall half knocked down kind of guy.
The meat wall moves and thrashes, and you can see it pushing and crashing against the crack that you had made previously.
I will... Should I... try?
I mean, we might as well.
I feel like it's every time we've gone to leave, we've had to pretty much touch this thing. So...
Alright, I'm gonna...
And I mean, hey, if it's a bad choice, we're all here for that bad choice, right?
I am going to approach the wall and try to rage.
As you go to move forward, you all hear a very familiar voice suddenly, kind of behind you, kind of above you, but you hear it say, "I shouldn't be here. It's worse than I could have ever imagined."
I turn around and look to see if I can find where the voice is coming from.
You see immediately that Purity Fang is behind you all in the dream with you.
Whoa.
And suddenly you are all shaken awake. As if thrown from the dream.
What's her last name?
Purity Fang. So, You all wake up the next day feeling rough as fuck because you partied hard and you
I can party hard.
had some seriously intense nightmares. Gorna, you shake awake, and as you do, Moray, who is now currently drooling on your shoulder. There's not a lot of space in this bed.
Assumed it's not a giant.
There's not a lot of space in this bed for you.
Yeah.
It's like a twin.
Yeah, or a single. Like it's not a very big space. So you sort of shake awake, and she sort of. Good morning.
Good morning. I didn't keep you awake last night.
Oh no. No,
Okay.
you didn't.
Good. Because had some nightmares. No offense, not your problem or anything. Just bad dreams. It happens.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can forget about them today. I was hoping you would be staying for the festival.
Festival. I'm new here in Galen. I don't know anything about what goes on. So, festival?
Dalaran is supposed to tell guests here that there are things happening in the city that aren't just him. Yes, there is a harvest festival. This is Dalaran's unofficial kickoff to the harvest festival every year. He hosts this fight. Lots of the rich and powerful come to see the fight, and after that, it is the town's official harvest festival, and that is beginning probably now.
Oh, today? Okay. What does it entail? Just
Let's get some breakfast.
absolutely perfect idea.
And she stands up, stretches, cracks and pops as it is not exactly, comfortable. Again, very small bed,
Yeah.
very small room. So you both get up and stretch out and head out for breakfast. I assume the rest of you are assuming or are hunting down some sort of hangover cure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
As I head out of my room, I'm gonna grab Finn and beckon him into my room.
Whoa.
Hold on.
I know I'm charismatic, but. Good morning. Why am I in your room?
I don't know how I got it, but I woke up the other day with this, and I show him the loot.
Oh yeah, Chet's loot.
I need you to put this in your bag.
Just like laughing over my head, open the bag. Okay, say less, friend.
You all happen to notice that as you are going to get food, Chet's room is empty.
Good.
I want poop in that loot. Poop loot.
I know. I'm gonna pay.
No, I was gonna pee in his shoe. No, I did pee in his shoe, didn't I?
You poured
Yeah.
beer.
Poured
in his
beer in
shoe.
it. I poured
Yeah.
beer.
Oh,
You
okay.
never went back to pee in the other shoe.
Well, I was
Well,
fucking with him.
you
I was
certainly
thinking about
thought about
peeing
it.
in his shoe.
You thought he was dead, and then he wasn't, and then you didn't get to. I remember.
No, I was gonna try to get him to party with us.
Could
I was
tell by
taking
the way
that
you
I was
woke
taking
him
that
up
hat.
in his room and insulted him.
Trying to get him to party with us.
You seem cool.
Worked in the Marine Corps. Hey, pussy. Oh, you can't drink, huh? And then we would start drinking.
So anyway, you all find a table to sit down and get some breakfast here in the Olive Pit. The crowd is all cleared out. There are no more of the anyone but the usuals. But you do notice that Allison Keenspirit is still here, and she's sitting at a table with Kindness.
Oh, they're on a date.
Again,
Terrifying.
second date. Ooh,
Second date.
guess you can say things are getting pretty serious.
It's gonna be serious.
Maybe it's just a continuation of their first date.
The date that never ends.
So
But you all sit down and order some food, and Moray says, "Oh, so I was just talking with Gorna about. Do you all know that there's a harvest festival happening today?"
No one told me that. I did not know about it.
What are we
We're gonna have to have a
harvesting?
talk with
olives.
Is it olives?
It is. It's the olive harvest.
The olive harvest.
It is time. There is a celebration happening above us currently, or very soon. I'm not sure what time it is right now.
That's about 20 past a meat wall.
Does anybody know what time it
Is
is?
that colloquial? Anyway,
There was a meat wall about 20 minutes ago.
so
I don't really know how else you want him to explain it. Pretty on the nose. Anyways, I'm just gonna eat my. It's a long story.
It's. Guys,
It's a friendship thing we have.
Yeah, that's our
It
group
is.
name is the Meat Walls.
I thought we were the Bludgeoneers.
So these are my friends. You've met them before, but
Yes.
meet them again,
Hello.
please. Guys, you know Moray.
Yeah,
Hi.
tattoo lady.
yes, I gave you your tattoos. Hello again.
Hi.
So we have kind of a shared nightmare thing that happens. Some bad magic that
It's
none of us can
true.
quite explain, and that's what they're talking about. I don't know any other way to explain it other than to just be forward about it.
That's very forward and very forthcoming. Most of the time, people that have shared nightmares don't.
I've never known anybody else who did it, so I'm
Me
not
neither.
operating
That's
off
kind
of a
of
rule
what I-
set
I
here or
don't- yes,
anything.
I have a feeling there's some deeper meaning behind it.
You don't say.
The current theory is that there might
You
be
have
some
such an intuition.
This is why he's the wizard.
I pass no judgment, but I do have to say
Intelligent,
that
not wise.
recurring dreams often mean things, and if you're sharing a recurring dream, then that probably means something more. Without prying too much, sounds important. But if you have time, today, there is a festival happening.
I just had a terrible
Sure, we
nightmare.
got
I gotta get
time.
that out of my mind.
Yeah, we'll just
Other than Finnegan's.
we'll just sideboard
bent-
the calamitous nightmares. We'll worship olives or whatever.
Well, don't forget, you've got a bill for a boat that's accruing
know.
interest.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta get to the
we gotta
rind
get
at
that
some
figured
point.
out.
But hey, it's a harvest festival today.
If we
so
never.
Apparently,
Yeah, he's got a boat.
some wealthy benefactor has blessed me with a
I
ship.
have an idea. If we never get the cart back, we can just put wheels on the ship.
Are you going to pull it?
I can try.
a ship that travels on land on wheels, huh?
We won't have to pay the boat rent at
That'll
the
never
dock.
work. No one will ever do. No one will ever use wheels on land.
We already have done that.
What else do you think we do with our carts?
I'm a ship guy now.
He has no knowledge of other things anymore.
Call me Johnny Boat Dude.
Shit, guy.
Captain Finn.
You're gonna get a hat, aren't you?
To go.
Now I am.
Oh, maybe they'll have a hat at the olive festival. It'll be shaped like an
I'm
olive.
sure there's a hat somewhere.
With a pimento sticking out of it.
It's big. It's big. This wide.
You can stuff it with a little pimento. There's a little garlic.
Well, actually, when you get the hat, actually, the top of it is hollowed out, and it's food. You get served like an olive with pimento in it,
it's like
and then
a
you
novel-
wear
It's
it.
a nacho sombrero.
It's an olive tapenade.
Yeah.
It's a novelty hat.
Like those plastic
All
baseball
festivals
caps
should have
you used to
novelty
get.
It
hats.
literally says on it, not a real hat.
Not for hat use.
There's a sticker on the inside that says "Do not wear on head."
May fuse to head inside.
Fuse the head inside.
Yes, apparently I own a ship.
Well, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. It's really wonderful.
It seems like it.
He grew up there. So not really.
It's the boat of his youth.
You inherited the ship?
Kind
You know, you said something.
I don't
about it.
know. Yes.
One day he didn't have a boat, and then a guy showed up and said, "Hey, guess what? You own a boat."
There was a courier and he arrived with a ownership for the ship. Ownership of the ship.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
But also taxes come with that. Because it's been sitting.
Oh, docking
Slip fees.
Yeah.
Docking.
So now we need to figure out how to make money off of this. Otherwise, the ship's
moving.
just a hole in the water.
Alberon.
I mean,
Yeah, they might.
I mean, the easiest way is to sell the boat, but the second easiest way would be to use the boat.
But it might be important.
Yes. So you don't want to sell the boat.
even though you didn't want the boat.
We could.
Shut up! Yeah, you hated that boat. You hated that boat like 4 days ago, and then yesterday suddenly you thought it was
Pride and
real
joy.
cool.
That's because 4 days ago he didn't own it.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah, but then when we talked about owning the boat, he was like, "No, that's stupid."
That's when he thought he was going to have to buy it.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, it was an outrageous amount of gold.
A free boat is significantly better than a boat that was bought.
Yeah, kind of.
Plus, the status of captain is nothing to turn a nose up at.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, should we just start calling you Captain Finn?
No, I don't feel like I fit that
No.
part of the dynamic in this group.
We're going to call him Cappy.
Cappy.
Cappy Finn.
Captain Crook.
Oh my god. Hey, whatever you all feel is appropriate. I'm sure I'll know who you're talking to.
Yes, mi Capitan.
Oh, sure thing, Cappy.
So,
I'm selling this shit.
I'm selling this shit.
You haven't even renamed it yet.
Are you gonna rename?
Big Finn.
That's such a good name for a ship.
It's pretty good.
That's such a good name for a ship.
So there's Big Finn and Little Finn now.
Finn, normal Finn. I don't know. I might not rename it. Why would I rename it?
I don't know.
Because it's kind of
Because
a
it's
ghost
your
ship.
boat. If you wanted to rename it, you can
It is
rename
yours
it.
now.
Yeah.
But then I would have to like paint it.
What's the name of the ship right now?
the May?
Not a terrible name for a boat. Not terribly exciting either.
It doesn't make any sense. It's a boat. It doesn't fly.
May fly, not will fly. Idiots.
So wait, the ship may fly?
It may.
Hit pay.
I don't know. We do have a tinkerer.
It may not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
I would probably need help with that. I could
Odds are
probably
it's
do
just
that on
named
my
after
own.
a bug.
I can lift heavy parts.
That's
Maybe,
fair.
yes. Do you like having a ship named after a bug?
Well, when you put it like that, no.
Could be a cooler bug.
I'm just asking.
It's not even
what I
cool, though.
think
They don't even
are
have mouths.
the
They starve to
important
death. They're
questions.
still
If you're
awake.
going to own something, it should be something that you should be able to customize it and change it to your liking without someone else telling you that you can't.
It's not that it's named after a bug. It does sound good. The Mayfly.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not. It's a good sounding name.
Yeah.
Sort of a ghost ship, though, right?
It also might be haunted.
People sort of know it as a ghost
Yeah, there's
ship.
like a whole kind of murder mystery thing going on. It's
We haven't had dinner yet, so we can't get into it.
yeah. More to be unveiled later.
Ghost ship. You see her eyes
Now
light
she
up.
understands what
She's-
ship we're
Did you,
talking
is
about.
that the ship that's been in the Rhine for months?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Have you
One
seen
and the
it?
same.
Do you know which it is?
Yeah, maybe sell it.
Maybe sell it.
Why, did you hear something?
You know it's a ghost ship, right?
Well, I mean, it's
That's
not a
what I
ghost. We've been
said.
on it.
Well, not that the ship isn't a ghost.
Oh, right. The ship has ghosts.
it's.
I got it.
Ghost
Sorry, I
crew,
just missed it for a
demons
second. No,
on
please
board,
go on.
it's-
Wait a minute, hold on. Ghost crew means we don't have to pay them.
They're soulbound.
No food.
It's a figure of speech.
Cleanest poop deck On the 7 seas.
There are no ghosts.
Once you get these guys
Maybe a
started,
rebrand
it's like
would
a
be
whole
good
thing.
then.
Yeah.
What do you all do?
We should paint it.
This a lot, honestly.
This is amazing.
Sometimes.
We're freelancers.
Are we all going to the festival?
Why wouldn't we?
I'd certainly hope so.
This is going to
Are
be...
you
can't
going
be
to go to the
trusted
festival
alone.
with us?
Yeah, last time we left him
This will be
alone.
the first time I've gone to this festival in close to a decade. And I think I'm going to actually enjoy myself.
I hope so. Anyway, so there's a festival, right? Festival.
Yes, you have all mostly finished your food at this point. She says, shall we go?
Yeah.
We shall.
I don't know why we're not at the festival right now.
Dalrin comes stumbling out of his office holding his head. He's got his palm on his forehead.
Morning, Dawn!
Over his eyes. He says, you, shut up. You. And he points at Mora and he says, I need, and she says, taking a day, going to the festival. And he says, you don't go to the festival. She says, I'm going to the festival. And she puts her arm around yours. And he says, okay, fine.
I want a funnel
Thanks,
cake.
He
Dalrin.
shuts the door. Goes back in his office.
I can only imagine whenever he shuts the door, it kind of slams and he winces.
A few things fall off of his
Dry heaves a
bookshelf.
little bit.
That's a rough place to be.
Someone failed their constitution save.
It's like drooling.
Oh god.
Just kind of
You all know what I'm talking
heaving over the smoldering ashes of his fireplace.
Hate it.
Yep.
The remnants of a burning pillow.
Why does my tongue feel swollen?
Oh
I
god.
can taste battery ash.
I can't stop spitting.
Uh,
Everything tastes like Jaeger.
Fun.
So,
My 20s.
My college experience as well, yes.
you all,
My 20s.
you all come out of the olive pit.
Yeah,
I went to
a little bit.
war.
Well,
To
yeah,
the,
you're
uh,
both places though.
To the searing daylight that is now piercing your once drunken eyes. It hurts a little, but it is the first time you all have really seen the daylight in a little bit, save for you two
We've been underground.
who went out.
So it would hurt our eyes anyway.
Yeah, it would hurt your eyes anyway, and it is a bright, sunshiny day, just like most days here in Galen. Hard to think of this as harvest season, but in a climate like it is, it's harvest season.
Just when the fruit comes to its ripest.
So, you can already, as you are, as Moray is leading you to the town center, you can already hear the bustle of the crowd, and you can hear the festivities already going on. In fact, couldn't hear shit there for a second. In fact, you can see some of the festivities going on, especially as you get closer to the town square. There are crowds of people everywhere, pushing through and pushing past. There are stalls and vendors. There's food. There's drinks. There's animal pens. There's games to be seen. There are blacksmiths out in the open smithing all sorts of different things. There's a bard who has taken center stage, who is playing this instrument that kind of looks like a banjo, but instead of where the resonance chamber is, instead of being flat like a banjo, it's actually a large bulbous teardrop shape, and it's got an odd deep twang to it as she plucks it and sings her song. If there's anything at all you all are interested in particular in checking out, let me know, and I'll give you a better description of what's going on.
Animals.
Animals. The animals over there. There is a sign-up sheet. You notice as you all walk over to the animals. There is a short man standing behind the table there. And there's a sheet of paper with some names on it and some time slots. And he says, "All right, how are you doing today?"
Doing good.
"All right, good. What can I do for you? Would you like a wagon ride, or are you interested in petting or buying one of the Almirage?"
What is that? I've never heard of those.
I said, well, this is a horse. And
A horse is a horse, of course.
Wow! I've only ever worked with the donkeys.
and I take the cart and I hook it to the horse, and we go round and back.
Right.
And then those over there
Yeah.
are Almarage. They're great. They're like rabbits, but they got horn, and they're actually bred in the Feywild.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
How much for one of
How
those?
do they fry up?
Yeah, I don't know. Never try to eat one.
It's got a built-in handle with the horn.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Can you?
You say that like they're dangerous.
Are they friendly? Potentially.
He waves his hand at you, and you can see the big, gnarly scar in the palm of his hand. Turns it around. There's an identical one on the other side of his hand.
Ooh, ouch.
Says, yeah, the buggers will get you. Now, you can pet him for a copper, or it's a gold piece to take one home with you.
Oh,
This is like
that's a good
That'll be a
price.
gold.
You don't want to pet one.
So you give him a gold.
Mirage. Mill.
I need you to roll an animal handling check with disadvantage.
I was gonna say I would like to pay to pet one. Whichever one looks the chillest.
He's currently got one in his hands.
Oh.
He holds it out.
I'm gonna pet it very gently on
It's
the
just
ears.
kind of
Make sure you get the best one.
Nose is twitching, you know. And so
Don't just take the one he offers you. Gotta get the best one.
I rolled a 19 and a 20.
nice. What's that? What's that with your animal handling?
A 21 and a 22.
A 21? Okay, yeah. You pick it up and it's very calm. It's very calm. It's very chill. It's just kind of sitting there. Its nose is twitching. It's hefty. Weighs a bit.
What do they eat?
Well,
Things.
grass mostly. But they eat.
Mostly.
They might try to eat your fingers.
Oh, like
you
not
know.
actually like eat them? Eat them?
Yeah.
Oh, so they do.
Great, so
They'll
you
eat
bought a
it
pet
sometimes.
Yeah. You really feed it anything.
Anything?
Yeah, kinda.
Are these things dangerous? Once again, I'm good. I mean, I get that they're.
He looks fine.
I mean, he looks fine, but what's the propensity?
This
that
guy's
he
a
has?
salesman.
He looks at
like
you all and he
this
holds
guy.
his hand up again. And he
Like-
points at the huge, gnarly scar in the palm of his hand.
Are you saying eat this thing sooner than
And he
later?
says, it's a rabbit with a horn on its head. What do you want?
I'm more curious as to why he bought one. That's
Yeah, me too, but you all now have this thing. For the time being.
Do we need a cage?
That's so cool.
Is there a
gonna
cage?
He said, yeah, you
gonna name
probably
it?
want a
We can
cage
box train it.
or a leash.
Do you sell leashes?
No. I got these things and I got wagon rides.
I feel like you could make an extra gold if you had leashes.
Maybe we'll find someone selling them. People sell weird
Leashes?
shit at festivals, like at Harvest Homecoming.
Tie some
Weird
rope
shit.
around its neck.
These are usually for human bondage, but you could probably hook a rabbit to one.
There's no bondage salesman here.
There's always a bondage salesman.
There's not here.
It just doesn't look like they're selling bondage stuff.
Um,
I've got candles or something like that.
That backpack.
More
no
alien.
says I.
Maury leans over and
Swings.
she squeezes your arm a little bit tighter and she says, let's take a wagon ride.
Hey, how much for a wagon ride?
Rag and Rock.
Stop.
Wagon
it.
ride.
All right.
Bad brain.
That'd be 5 copper pieces.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, we'll put you in for the next time slot. He writes it down and said, we'll call your name. What's your name?
Gorna.
Gona.
Gonna.
Australian and South African.
Yep. Right. All right. We'll call your name.
Thanks. Good idea, Moray.
Is there anything else you guys would like to check out over here?
I mean, you said there's no bondage salesman, but I see some stuff right there.
I want to go to that.
Oh, this up front here?
Yeah.
Okay, you can check out both the things.
What are you naming the rabbit?
I haven't decided yet.
You hear, it's an Almirage.
I'll never say that right. Almirage?
Almiraj.
Okay.
It's a rabbit.
It's a Unibunny. Everybody knows that.
Wizards of the Coast is gonna sue us.
I think they have to start with a cease and desist.
Yeah, they
And
can't
then we
just
have
go
to not
straight legal
desist.
action.
Or cease.
New OGL inbound.
That's right, we'll keep using the old stuff.
So, so yeah, okay. So you all, what do you want to check out first? What do you want the stocks or?
Yeah,
the,
let's check out the thing, Finn. Let's
yeah.
look
Alright.
at it first. It's on the
I
way.
don't want to split up.
So you all turn around and you start heading towards towards the that green table over there, and you start to hear. Test your strength, test your aim, ring the gong and get a bullseye and win a prize.
Oh, test your strength.
What are
I'm
the
So
prizes?
in. Wait, what's the prize?
More
Holds
bunnies?
up, it's a stuffed dragon turtle.
Amazing.
It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna test my strength.
So that'll be 1 silver piece.
Sure. Absolutely. Here you go.
You guys are good. I'm just.
Oh, wait. Would it be illegal to help Gorna test her strength with guidance?
I mean,
Is that against their rules
I
of their
feel like
game?
if you don't get caught, how would they know?
there are no rules posted. It
Oh.
just,
These are
you know,
carnies.
Well, yeah, Carney's really
There's a you know, there's
cigarettes.
there's a wooden mallet leaned up against this this thing with a a gong at the top of it, and that's
Okay,
pretty
I'm
much
gonna
about it.
cast guidance on Gorna. You can add a D4 to your roll.
Oh.
To what rolls? What
Strength or whatever, the one that you
Read-
used to
read
hit
the
the
spell.
thing. It just says, once before the spell ends, the target can roll a D4 and add the number rolled to one ability check. of
ability
choice.
check? Okay.
Yeah, whichever ability you use for that.
All right. So you plop your silver down and you grab the hammer that's there. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll to hit on target.
So guidance doesn't affect that, or does it?
Does guidance affect attack rolls? Do you get to add a D4 to your attack roll?
It
think
affects
that's-
ability.
It says ability check, and it just says you can roll the die before or after making the check, then the spell ends.
It's
It
not an
doesn't
ability
say.
check.
Okay,
It's
no,
not a
you
strength
just-
check.
yeah, okay.
No, this is an
Attack
attack
roll.
roll. So that is a 18.
18. Yeah, you definitely hit it. So now I need you to roll damage. The damage die with the hammer is a D6.
A D6.
Yep. So you'll roll a D6, add your strength modifier, and if you are proficient with
That's a 5.
simple weapons, then you can add your proficiency.
6, 7 plus 5 is what? That's 12. So 12.
12.
Oh wait, that's for attack.
That's right. Yeah. So 12. Yeah. So you bring the hammer down and hit this thing, and this brass slide goes all the way up, and it hits the gong at the top, and it dents it a little bit at the top. Boom! As it sort of warps, and the person behind the counter goes, "You still only win one," and they hand you the dragon turtle.
Oh, nice.
How about any of you? What about you? You look like a dead eye. You want to try and shoot the arrow?
I think I can do
I'm
better
gonna
than that.
hand the dragon turtle to Moray.
Oh, she takes it and she squeezes it and she says, "This is very cute."
It's pretty adorable.
She just kind of holds it in front of her.
I'm gonna give them a silver piece, and I'm gonna make a schwack.
Oh, you're gonna swing at the hammer? Okay.
Get it, Finn.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were doing the archery.
Oh,
The archer, that's what she said when you came up. She said, test your strength, test your aim, ring the gong, and get a bullseye.
Well,
win a
that's
prize.
way more my.
So yeah, she said about you. You look like a, you look like a
watch
Jedi.
you.
Yeah, okay, that makes slow.
It's okay.
It was a big night last night.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at talking to people. Yeah, I'll do that. Take a shot with the bow.
Okay, so the way this one is going to work, so now you saw that the way that the strength one works, this one's going to work a little bit differently. The bullseye has an AC that you have to hit.
Okay.
So she hands you a short bow and 3 arrows.
Okay. So I make 3 attack rolls.
So you'll make 3 attack rolls using a short bow. If you're proficient with it, you get to add all that. But
Well, that's a pretty bad roll. That's 3, so 10.
10. The first one sticks in a hay bale.
That's
The second one, though, and sticks perfectly in the center of the bullseye.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good shot, Finn.
She turns around and she says, how about that last one? What do you got?
25.
25. She also hits the bullseye right next to it, and she goes, well, I'll be. Here's your prize. She hands you 1 stuffed animal. So you also have a large stuffed dragon turtle.
And I have no one to give it to.
You can put it on your ship.
New figurehead for your ship.
Stuffed animal.
I was thinking it could just sit in the captain's seat when he wasn't sitting in
I was
the
about to say
captain's
you could make it the
That's
captain,
better.
It's just holding
yeah.
onto the wheel.
and then every time something bad happens, you can blame it on the dragon turtle.
Listen, I'm not the captain.
You don't have to talk to Captain Turtle.
I didn't ram your ship. It was him.
I'm not responsible for anything that he does. I just take orders.
The Dread Pirate stuffed dragon turtle.
He's a menace to society, I tell you.
All right. So now you all wander to the stockades. As you're passing the stockades, you look over to the drinks tent, and you notice that that's the same bartender from the Olive Pit.
We might have to stop by there later. That dude never charges us.
He does. He kind of gives you a nod as you all walk by,
Hell yeah.
and you make your way up to the stockade.
That's my boy. I'm pretty sure I haven't made an ass out of myself in front of him. I was around the corner last night.
And,
Oh, I definitely did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I,
we know you
I
did.
climbed up on his counter to play
Yeah,
the
you
loop.
did. And you fucking screwed the pooch,
And then
dude.
broke it.
So you get up to the stocks, and the woman standing there says, "Pictures in the stocks?
Pictures and stuff.
Pictures in the stocks."
Like a painting?
I was gonna say, is it like a caricature drawing, or do they have like little gremlins in a box that like
Little gremlins in
draw
a
the picture
box.
really fast and shoot it out the front of the box? How do you get?
We
the
live in a
picture?
world of magic and wonder.
That's why we
You're
brought.
curious about how I'm going to get an image on a piece of paper
Yeah.
with magic.
Oh, okay.
That's all you had to say.
This is usually for kids, guys. Like, but I'll
These
put
two are
I will
comic
put you
sans.
in
Someone hold me up to the stock.
I'll lay down.
Oh my god! I will buy this picture. I am buying this picture. Yes. Get in position.
Get that fucking boost.
You get down onto all fours, and you climb clamber onto Finnegan's back, and put your head. They don't actually have to open the stocks. You just sort of
Yeah,
put
I
your
just
own
slide
head
in.
Yeah, you look up, and she says, "All right then," and she casts an image onto the blank canvas in front of the stocks, and it is a direct reflection of the image in front of you, of the scene in front of you. And she hands it to you, said, "You're buying, right?"
No, I'm absolutely buying.
2 copper pieces for the
Oh
picture.
yeah.
Oh, bargain.
shit.
Absolutely.
It's like going to the fair with your dad.
Yeah.
He gets a picture of you and your brother.
He's
And
gonna
then you
get-
don't see him for 3 months.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's not his weekend for another month.
On the way home, he's gonna complain about how expensive it all was the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right about that time, you hear, Gorna! Gorna!
What?
Hey!
It's your wagon.
It's the
ride.
rabbit guy.
It's time for your ride!
Oh, hey, Moray, it's wagon ride time.
Oh, excellent, let's go!
Let's
And
go.
you both take off for the wagon. The rest of you, as you look around, I need you 4 to make perception checks, please.
Oh, I'm always so good at these. Get ready to see my 1.
See you 5 in a row again.
I got a 6.
I also got a 6.
Wow, was that the only one that rolled worth a damn?
Probably.
Good at perceiving.
I got an 8.
8, alright. Yeah,
18.
18. So you notice, and probably very lucky that you do. What do you happen to be wearing right now, Guru?
Well, we were going to a fair, so probably just regular, normal clothes.
Your paladin clothes, stuff you wear every day?
No. Like the same stuff that I've been wearing for basically the last 4 days, like non-paladin stuff.
Okay,
His
that's
joggers.
probably for the best too, because you're beginning to notice that amongst the crowd are quite a few members of your barracks, in particular. The presence of the Paladins of Cord here seems to have been turned up recently with the missing yet another missing member. You may want to be careful while you are here.
Would we have heard about that by now? Because we have been down in the underground and we weren't there.
He's
What
the
do you-
cause of the missing.
Well,
Would we have heard about it happening when we were?
Like-
Okay, so we have
yeah,
no idea
yeah.
why there's
No.
more. We're
2
just
people
noticing.
know that happened, and that's
Yeah.
Dalrin and
That's what I
Garuk.
thought.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I
none of you
thought.
all have any idea that happened.
And Garuk hasn't said shit.
And Garuk hasn't
He
said,
hasn't.
Garuk hasn't said anything to you, and neither has Dalrin.
Completely oblivious.
I would say that you,
I feel very
you may
safe.
have overheard some of the conversation that he and.
Because I was sitting at the bar for a little
Go ahead
bit.
and make me an intelligence check with disadvantage.
2d20.
Surely this
Okay.
will work out.
Hold on, let me check my page with my numbers on it. Is that back here?
Should be close to the front.
That's what I thought.
It's right there.
There we go. Intelligence?
Yeah.
You're at disadvantage, so you take the lowest.
11.
11. You remember Dalrin and Garuk talking a lot at the bar, but they were so drunk, and so were you, that you really don't remember exactly what
Okay.
was going on.
That tracks.
It mostly just sounded like.
There's a lot of that. There's an unfortunate.
And I was also trying to balance the
It's like
frog on my
sim
head the whole
language.
time because he likes to be tall.
There's an unfortunate amount of Simlish, yeah. So much so that Kindness, you do remember Kindness being fed up and telling everyone to go to bed.
Yeah, that's probably the main thing I remember.
I remember that. Good
I'm
times.
Amber.
I definitely didn't cause that. It was somebody else.
So, where would you all like to what would you all like to check out next? There's a couple of blacksmiths over there that are hammering away that you haven't checked out yet, and there's still food and drink that you have not
Oh, food.
checked
Are
out
they
Is
yet.
there,
making
is there
anything
meat
unique?
sizzling anywhere? I want one.
Um,
I'm on a cart.
You
ride.
all just,
Not
I was
right.
going to say, you all just walked away from all of the food and such to get on a cart
Right.
to go for
I'll be
a.
back for snacks after the cart
Such a
ride.
conformist.
I'm going to head over to the blacksmith to see if they have any leather that they could fashion into a leash.
The blacksmiths.
I'm going to follow.
So,
I'm going to see if they have any scrap on discount.
there are 2 smiths that have a rather interesting assortment of things on the table in front of them. They are what they look like here on the table as well, by the way, including what they are holding, what they're doing. You see the one has some sort of weapon or tool in his hand that he is using to stoke the flames in in the fire. Bonk.
It's a bumpy ride you're on.
You see the other one has some sort of strange sword mechanism with a lever on it.
Oh.
And you hear one say, you hear as you approach, the one standing there behind the counter says, "Hello."
Hi.
I am Bogdan. This is Brother Mikola. We are Dwarvish blacksmiths. We combined ancient Dwarven techniques combined with Gnomish technique.
That's very special.
We can create things that move under their own power. We can also create things with magic.
Do they have anything like out on the table?
Yeah, there's a couple of interesting weapons there with levers and gears on them. It's not really clear what they do just by looking at them at a glance. But you also see that they have parts, levers and cogs and gears. They have pistons and things like
Do they
all
have
sorts
the parts that I would need to fix my frog?
Make an investigation check.
10.
10. It doesn't look like they have exactly what you have here, but you can tell pretty quickly that these guys could get you what you need.
Okay.
With
Like,
relative ease.
pretty
If this is what they have on the table for display, they can make you what you need with ease.
Do they seem like they're taking orders today?
Oh yeah. It seems like it seems like they're working, they're displaying, they're demonstrating,
Okay.
they're here for it.
I would like to put in an order for the pieces that I need.
What is it you need?
I'm gonna set the frog on the table, and then I'm just gonna
What is this?
Gillian.
This is so the most adorable. I love this. This is so good. Mikola, come, look. And his brother hops down off of the stool that he's on, and he wanders over to the table, and he says, "Oh, and he just kind of starts muttering and petting the frog. He says, "Okay, good, go back."
So I'm gonna explain that he used to be alive until he got crushed in the Dwarven city when we were tourists, and I need some pieces to fix him.
This is crushing story. I will make for you best pieces for your frog friend. What is it you need?
Mostly leg parts.
Leg parts, and he picks it up and he kind of flips it over and he kind of moves the leg a little bit and he bends it out a little bit. And you can see parts sort of flexing and maybe making you a
Yeah.
little uncomfortable,
Right.
but
Sometimes he
getting
leaks a
there.
little oil still.
Yes, the oil there is fine. Yes, we make part. You come back.
Okay.
Give 4 hours.
Okay.
That's with haste.
Mikola! And he starts shouting orders at his brother. Do any of you speak Dwarvish?
I don't think
No.
I do.
I think that
No.
was my trouble last time we were in a place around
I
a bunch
can
of dwarves.
theoretically read it because it's the same alphabet as the
Yeah.
Gnomish,
You
but I
speak
don't
Dwarvish?
speak
I
it.
speak Dwarvish.
Hey, yeah, you would understand him then. He's shouting. He says, "We have to save Frog Friend. If we don't save Frog Friend, we are worthless as blacksmiths." So Mikola starts pumping the forge and.
Large gas.
Hi, buddy.
True. He
Oh.
speaks the truth.
Hi, buddy.
You shouldn't worry about Gillian. He's gonna get some quality care here.
He's gonna have the bounciest hop in his legs.
He's gonna be a problem.
Meanwhile, back on the cart, you all are clopping around very slowly, and you all happen to be the only ones on the cart. This is a cart that's looks like it's probably big enough for 6 to 8 people,
Oh.
but it's just you two. There were not a lot of sign-ups for this cart ride.
Well, then at least it's a private affair.
And you it ends up being a mostly private affair. Morey's sitting next to you rather than across from you, and y'all are clopping around a bit, and the driver is kind of just going on about random bits about the city, about the festival, about the olives coming in. He's kind of sounds like you might like the sound of his own voice a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And Morey just kind of begins to tune him out, and she looks over to you and she says, "So what's next for the Great Gorna?"
Well, I told you we had this whole shared nightmare thing, and I feel like some part of it is really, I'm connected to it in some sort of important way, and I kind of need to see all this out. Plus, there's bound to be another fight somewhere, but before I can get on with that, I gotta figure out what's going on with this shared dream, nightmare thing that's going on.
I think that's a wise decision. I don't think that that's something you should take lightly. But what about when you're done with that? Then what?
Well,
Back to the circuit?
all the way back? I don't know. It's a long way. There's probably a circuit around here somewhere. If I had to guess, it's a big city.
Dalrin's not the only one who hosts fights, that's for certain.
It's definitely not a bad place.
Galen's beautiful.
I think I'm gonna end up having to go off for a while before it becomes a place I can stay. You should come with us. How do you like the jungle?
I've never seen the jungle.
Neither have I. It's probably gonna be really hot.
I hear there are bugs.
Probably a ton of them.
I can't leave, not immediately anyway. If I left, the entire operation falls apart. Dalrin is a capable man, but
I
he
understand.
lacks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I understand. Behind every man, right?
Yes.
Somebody's sweeping up all of his mistakes.
He's bad with numbers.
Yeah? I would have never guessed.
Don't know why. Don't know how. How did he get this far being so bad at numbers? He's bad at numbers. He's very disorganized too, but that's neither here nor there. I know you have things that you need to do. And I would never ask that you put anything before that, but maybe consider coming back when you're done.
Absolutely. I think it would be a wonderful place. And there's some pretty nice people here too.
There are. She scoots in closer.
Oh, I'll put my arm around her.
What are the rest of you doing?
I was going to ask the blacksmiths if they could fashion a color leash, name tag, and possibly cage.
A war harness.
War harness.
Yes.
You want a leash, a harness, and a cage.
Yes, and possibly a little name tag charm.
He says, "We can make no problem. Here's a leash," and he puts a rope. Just a rope. He puts it on the table. He says, "Free of charge. Come back. We will have cage and name tag." Seems to be about all he's got.
Probably try not to hang your rabbit.
So yes, I give him the name of my newly acquired friend,
Okay, which is what?
Stabbert.
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 Of course, yes.
Are the minis of the other little stabberts, are those to scale? Like,
Yes.
so it's like as tall as I am.
Yes.
All of the minis
It's
are
the-
official and
you know
to
those,
scale.
You know those huge Maine Coon like videos you see?
Yeah.
It's one of those, but a
Okay.
rabbit.
So
a
it's
rat,
like
yeah.
very large next to me.
More like a hare than a rabbit.
It's like the size of a dog.
The horn on that thing is like the size of my forearm. Like this thing is massive.
Narwhal rabbit.
It's a big bunny.
So if I were to pick it up, it'd be like one of those pictures of like a 4-year-old holding a large cat where the cat is mostly dragging on the ground.
Right? Yeah.
Or like one of those giant rabbits.
It's
Or one of those
Actual
giant rabbits.
actually a giant
rabbits.
rabbit. Yeah, it is. It's one of those, but with just big fucking
I've seen children holding those and they can't even get the rabbit off the ground.
feet don't leave the ground.
Wild.
It's scary when you consider how often rabbits bite.
Right?
Yeah.
And their teeth are
So,
proportional in size.
are you
and so
going
those
to try and fashion a leash for your current big
your finger
bun
right
bun?
off.
like a carrot.
For
Yeah.
Stabber?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to like tie it as like a harness.
Right, rather than around the neck, around the yeah. That makes sense. I'm gonna need from you a sleight of hand check, followed by another animal handling with disadvantage. If this were a creature that were not bred in the Feywild, maybe not disadvantage, but considering this is a Feywild creature.
Sleight of hand was 16.
16. So you spend a little time. You have these guys help watch the bun, make sure it's not going anywhere, and you spend some time, and you get a pretty good, leash all fashioned.
Damn it, that was another natural 20. And also an 18, so what was that, animal handling plus 2, 20.
20. Okay. It seems pretty chill with the harness. It's just kind of sitting there.
I am petting him.
Yeah, it's pretty calm.
Stay away from the pointy bits.
this petting doesn't cost any money.
Yeah.
Right.
You pet him as I wrap the harness around him.
Yeah. Distraction.
Anything else you all care to do while you're out here?
What's in that well?
You walk over to it.
Yeah.
You look over in it.
Yeah.
How close do you put your
Not
face to
super
it?
close because I'm aware
Not
of what
super
happens
close?
with the water. I kind of peek over the lip and just see if it's a well.
It's a well.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up behind him and be like,
I just,
Roll to not shit your pants.
I wanna just not catch somebody making some me flavored soup.
Sure, yeah. It's almost Finnegan making some you flavored soup there.
No, I wear skirts, man. That goes right out.
Just dumping you into the well.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's just a well.
It's just a well. That's boring.
Actually, as you're over there, Mikola, one of the blacksmiths, walks over and draws a bucket from it and fills his bucket and
that's
carries it
boring.
back over to
It
the...
could be a way cooler well. This was a
Just
harvest.
boring old water.
Yeah, this is a fucking festival. They could
It's
have put some
just
tequila in there or
conveniently
something.
placed for the vendors to use for the animals and blacksmiths.
Yeah. It's exactly that.
It's like standing next to the porta-cans going like, huh. Why is this here?
Somebody goes in and takes a huge shit.
You've always said they had drugs on at a festival.
Oh.
is this a magical toilet?
He goes to the wizarding world, hop on in.
Wizarding world. Someone kicks it over after
Bon voyage!
Door down.
Door down. You're just stuck.
Yeah, you push him
Slowly,
from behind.
the poo levels
Rise.
rise.
Oh
Trapped in there.
Hey,
no!
look, y'all are laughing, but had there been an outhouse out here, I'd be weary as fuck.
So since this is the olive festival, is there special olive dishes and drinks?
You can.
Olive juice for sipping
There's
on?
definitely
Olive juice martini.
There's
Yeah.
definitely food and wine vendors here.
Okay.
There seem to be some gimmicky stuff around. There seems to be some not so gimmicky stuff around. It kind of depends on what you're looking for. Don't shake that at people.
You're gonna get us demonetized.
Right? What are you looking for exactly?
What are the gimmicky foods?
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of shit. I mean,
What's
there's
the fair food?
there's just, I mean, you can just get
Deep fried olives?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want some of them.
Deep fried olives, olives on a stick, just a skewer. That's just olives. It's just in various, in colors that alternate. There's some
Bloomin'
different
olives.
olive dips. Bloomin' olives.
Yeah, I want to make the world's first one.
There's cheese stuffed olives.
Could be
There's
so
all
tiny.
Yeah, right?
There's a
Eat a
couple
whole
of
bunch of
strange olive beverages. There's a couple of alcoholic olive beverages.
That cake tastes good.
There's
olive beverages.
there's also the bartender from the Olive Pit who has drink for sale, and then There's also standard, pretty standard food from around, fish from the bay, fresh fruits and vegetables and ingredients on tables around. It just depends on what is it. What are you looking for? What you want?
Fried olives.
Some fried olives?
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
absolutely. That's pretty easy to get. That'll cost you just a silver.
Okay.
As we are walking through, I am keeping an eye out, making sure to steer clear of
Okay.
paladin heavy areas.
Are we still on a cart ride?
You are still in a cart.
Gotcha.
Quidrin.
Yeah. Let's
Give
see.
me a perception check.
We're about to go ham here in a second. I gotta do some stuff. What am I perceiving with my elven eyes? 13.
13.
I can see some stuff.
As you're walking past a booth, an interesting fruit catches your eye. It's kind of dark blue, almost like a plum, but it's a bit bigger than a plum. And it's more round than a plum, and it also has sort of like a bumpy texture on the outside.
Okay.
Kind of like an orange, but it doesn't feel like it feels like it's got skin and not a rind.
Okay. Who's got this?
That's at the food vendor.
The food vendor?
Just one of the food stalls. You notice it's pretty full too. It doesn't look like many of them have been taken.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask the vendor what that is.
She just kind of smiles at you. She says, "Never had one of these, have you?"
I've never even seen one
She
before.
picks one up and she cuts a slice out and she hands it to you. It cuts out a slice almost like an apple,
Okay.
and she hands it to you and she says, "Eat the whole thing."
Okay. I'm gonna smell it.
It smells kind of sour.
Kind of sour.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I'm supposed to eat the whole thing? I'm
Yeah.
just gonna pop it in my mouth. I mean, why would I question this?
Tastes kind of like an apple. It's a little more sour than an apple. And you start to chew, and then you look down at your fingers. You notice your fingers are kind of blue, same color blue that the rest of them are. And then you turn and look over at Finnegan, and Finnegan, you notice that he's got blue
Yeah.
stained around his mouth.
They got me.
He's got blue on his
They
teeth.
got me.
And then you start to notice that your mouth starts to go numb, like real numb.
Hell yeah.
Like
This is probably
Cocaine.
Like,
Cocaine fruit.
like, what's going on? Why is it all so bad? And like drooling a little bit, like, and she smiles and she goes, "Yeah, they don't buy a lot of these, and they usually eat them in small bites. We call it drool fruit. It's real tasty, but you'll be like that for about a minute.
That sounds like
Can I interest you in some?
How long is that? Like the food,
it's like ye old gag gift.
You're gonna have to try again.
How long does the fruit last?
How long does the fruit last?
Yeah.
Well, what you ate, you'll be fine in about a minute.
No, like 4.
Like any normal fruit.
On 2.
She just hands. She said, "These are on the house."
Yeah, you damn right.
How's the flavor?
Certainly.
Right about that time, Gorna and Moray are pulling back up in their wagon, and so you all see them pull back up in the wagon. As you go over to meet Finnegan,
That's me.
you feel a tap on your shoulder. You turn around and there's 2 tabaxi standing behind you.
Hello. Can I help you? People don't usually just touch me.
And
Normally you have to pay for that.
the one guy, the one of them,
Embarrassing.
leans over and says, "If you got some time, we'd like to have a chat."
I'm gonna look around. Are any of my friends close to me?
They've started to walk off to meet Gorna and
I'm a
and
little
Moray.
vulnerable.
And he says, "Come on, let's go talk somewhere just a little more private."
Okay, well, as I'm turning around, I'm very casually going to point at Quinrin and whisper, "Please help me," and use message. Oh God.
One taps you on the shoulder and he says, "Don't worry, nobody's getting hurt here.
What is this?
We just want to ask you a couple of questions."
Well, ask me here.
And that's not a good idea. And the other one, the
How can I-
woman leans in and says, "We need to talk to you in private, away from curious listening ears."
I know a place.
You lead.
Go to the Olive Pit.
Okay. Yeah, you lead them to the Olive Pit. Are you just hanging out in the upstairs of the
Yeah,
Olive Pit?
just in
Okay.
a booth.
Well, you shut the door and they kind of look around. One guy goes, "This is nice.
It is.
This
I come here often. Follow me, and I'll take them to a booth.
This is a nice joint." They follow you in and they sit down. They the whole thing. The curtain shuts and everything. And they say, "So, you sure we're safe here?"
Absolutely.
Good. What are the rest of you doing?
Well,
You just got a message.
Yeah, I just got
Finnegan. It says, "Help me,
I'm a
please."
smooth operator.
You really are, dude.
And you all turn around. Make me a perception check.
Why is it always perception
Well,
checks?
you're looking for the dude who's.
I'm just so bad at them. 17.
Not bad.
You happen to catch Finnegan walking off with a couple of tabaxi who are wearing. They're clad in black and silver scale armor, and they have cloaks that are a swamp green color flecked in red.
Okay.
That sounds fancy.
You see them walk off with Finnegan leading the way.
I'm going to message back because I can respond to the message, and I'm going to ask him what's going on.
So you send you say what's going on back at the Olive Pit. You were sitting in a booth with these two.
So am I able to respond?
You can respond to this. No, now that you have message and you know how it works, you know that you can send a response, but you have to send it verbally. You have to speak your response.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what I can do then.
So you hear that in your head, and you also hear one of the other ones look over from the other side, and they say, "We're with a group called the Vulcan Authority." And the other one speaks up. She says, "We're... people call us bounty hunters, but we don't hunt people. We're more of relic hunters. We seek out items that could pose threats to our society.
I see.
We find the bad and we stomp it out. That's what we do."
So what does
what
that
we've
have to
always
do with
done.
me?
Well, maybe a lot, maybe not a lot. Kind of depends. If we can get a couple of straight answers from you, we'd appreciate it, and we'll see where it goes.
Sure.
What are you all doing?
Well, I haven't got a response back, so I'm a little weird. I saw them headed towards the pit,
Yeah, you just saw them heading away.
heading away.
Um, So far, you're the only one that knows.
Yeah,
and that's all.
I'm gonna tap these two on the shoulder and be like, and let them know. It's like
You're standing with Gorna and Moray now as
Okay,
well. Like you're
okay,
all
cool,
standing in a
cool,
group.
cool,
You've
cool.
met up. I'd say you probably approached each other and met somewhere behind the stage here.
all right. I'm gonna ask if anybody knows where Finn is.
You know, I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, I did once. He was leaving with a couple of tabaxi.
Why did you just say that?
We'll see, because I didn't know if you guys maybe knew him or something.
Does he have any friends who are Tabaxi?
I don't think he has any friends. Have you had a conversation with the guy?
We're his
Okay,
friends.
that's fair.
I really do love him to death, but I think shared trauma has possibly caused some of that.
So you think he's in trouble?
Well, he messaged me and he said he needed help. And then I asked what was going on, and then he hasn't said anything back.
What do you
So-
know? What direction he went in?
Yeah, that one.
So should we go that way? Is he being mugged in the alley?
They weren't headed towards an alley, so
There's plenty of alleys in this city. We should check everyone.
there's plenty of them in this city that'll take far too long. But yeah, we should.
Maybe
we should-
Stabbert has his scent.
Oh my god!
Does that thing do any tricks?
Not yet.
Cool.
Garuk,
Yes.
you feel a hand clasp upon your shoulder.
Oh God.
A weighty one.
A lady. Oh, I thought you said a lady one. And I was like, oh, thank God!
A weighty one.
I was like, oh, somebody's got the hots with
And you
this
hear
half hour
the clack
session.
of plate armor. Clack. Finnegan. They say. So. Eros and Ares Strayton.
I've heard those names.
Yeah, we know. You're in Galen. Everyone here's heard those damn names.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a pain in the ass? It's Eros and Ares Strayton. The other one speaks up. She says, "We've been forced, obligated, to come investigate his museum many times. As I'm sure you also know, if you've been here for any length of time or visited him in his museum, he is a fraud and a sham."
No, I didn't get that impression when I went there.
The one guy goes, "Yeah, okay. I'm Tiamat. Nice to meet you." Anyway,
Queen Tiamat.
every now and again, he ends up with something that we have to have a discussion about. And we think he ended up with one of those things again. But we can't find it.
What makes you think I would know anything about something like that?
Because our sources say you and some friends walked it into town a little while back. Farouk, you turn around as you feel a clasp of a hand on your back, and it's one of your higher ups. He says, "I thought that was you, Farouk. Where's your armor?"
I look around, lean in, and go, shh.
You all are standing relatively close.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm not eavesdropping.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
Look at the
around,
ground.
lean
Something to
in.
do about a funnel
and go,
cake.
shh. I'm undercover.
Make a deception check.
It's your higher up.
He should know that already, but he's acting.
No,
like
no,
he
no.
doesn't.
17.
17. He says, "Commander Drayland has been looking for you. I suggest you go find him sooner than later."
Understood.
And he says, "Just checking, citizen." He pats you on the shoulder, turns around, and marches off.
Good man.
Are you in trouble?
Did you do something?
Is it because of the rabbit?
No.
Good.
Are you not supposed to have one of those?
I'm already passionate about our new member of the team.
Oh, you're not gonna like the ideas I've had for him.
I hate the ideas you have.
Does it involve a brown gravy or a white gravy?
No gravy.
It's gonna be dry.
Moray says brown gravy.
Braised stabber.
I'm petting his ears defensively.
You can keep the ears.
Ooh, speaking of brown gravy, you want to go get a snack or something?
Yes, I'm starving.
The fried
Absolutely.
olives are amazing.
Fried olives.
Fried olives.
You guys want some fruit?
No thanks.
I'm gonna produce one of the fruits from my bag.
She goes. She now notices all over your mouth and teeth and fingers.
Right, like you're not numb anymore, but you're definitely
Yeah,
still
the
blue.
numbness has gone away, but the blueness is getting stained.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's
Very
the
Writings
awkward.
on the wall.
Yeah,
It's like a kid
she
with
just
after two
got-
popsicles.
She says they are quite tasty, aren't they?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm probably going in for another bite here in a little while.
So I know you were saying
She-
something about Finn, but like walk and talk with us over to the food
She
booth.
says they also make a wonderful local anesthesia.
Ooh.
So you all head out for some food. Maybe not some of the food that
No.
that Quinrin has available, but some of
fried-
the other foods.
fried
Some
olives, meat on a stick.
cheese stuffed olives. There's definitely meat and fish, fried meats and fried fishes, fried cheeses. There's grains. And,
Are there
and
olive stuffed
there's-
fish?
There's breads. There's olive stuffed most things here.
Fish stuffed
There's,
olives.
I was gonna say there's
Stuffed
there's olive stuffed with most things here. It's seafood stuffed out like crab, basically like crab cake stuffed olives.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I get
those-
the hell out of that in real life.
All right, so I'm getting several things for me and Moray.
Go
and,
right.
And then
The
you,
Scotch
what
egg,
were you
but it's an
saying?
olive inside.
What were you saying
Yeah.
about Finn?
Scotch olive.
I say is there's like a whole
That'd
skewer
be
of meat
delicious,
sticking
actually.
out of my.
Look at the danger.
But what about fun?
Oh, it seemed like he needed help, and then when I said,
The way he
"Do
said,
you need
"Please
help?" he didn't respond. So
So he's dead?
that would be one train of thought.
Yeah, I
Oh,
hope
then
he's
there's no
not
hurry.
dead.
He's got. This is,
I know it's not my turn to
So-
get away, but can I
so-
politely ask if I could contact my friends? I don't want to be, deceitful and do it behind their back.
They say, I'll tell you what.
They might know
You
things
answer
I
me.
don't.
You answer me truthfully. That's fine.
Okay. I didn't intend
Did you
on
and your
that.
friends walk an ivory arm into this city about 2 months ago?
Yeah, I mean, we found it in a cave.
Call your friends.
Okay, and I'll use message to tell Quinrin. I'll just say in a booth at the pit.
Okay.
All right, cool. I will let everybody know. I just got a text in my brain.
I just got a text.
Downloaded that off of a 5G tower. I didn't tell you about that part. Pretty cool, right? It seems like Finn is at the olive pit in a booth. And that's about all he told me. So
seems like a safe enough.
Wow, I should have said the word come,
Place.
huh? Come here.
Yeah, that probably would have helped. But
Pickles, can you grab me a cola?
The other one
Yeah.
pipes up. She says, "If they're intelligent, they'll know what you mean, right?"
Oh, they know.
Good.
Just like overselling it.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh yeah, they're
grab me one,
professionals.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
They should be here any minute.
We will wait then.
all right. So since he didn't tell us to come, I'm looking for like a Ferris wheel.
Surprise! You get the idea that you could probably talk that one guy with the rabbits into riding his horse.
Nah, that's bull.
For enough money,
Yeah,
a Connie
he said-
will let you do damn near anything.
He did say pit, right? Maybe we should check the well.
Nah, we should probably
He probably means the olive pit.
the olive pit. Yeah. So we should probably go that away. And
Guess we gotta go that away. What trouble's Finn gotten himself into this time?
well, I don't know because
Does
he
he do
didn't.
this often?
It's not the first time.
While they're talking about this, I'm going to order some food for me And Stabbert.
And Stabbert, what do you order for Stabbert?
Grilled veggies.
Dorothy, you don't get to come up here and try to climb in my lap and get
Grilled
mad
veggies?
because Merlin's.
Yeah. You get some. Yeah, very easy to find here. There's plenty of that, and you start to feed him, and you go to hand Stabbert a grilled carrot, and he opens his mouth and reveals these fucking gnarly, long, gnashing teeth, and just goes and chomps the carrot. One bite.
What a
6 more of those, please.
creature.
Come right up. Hand you 6 more grilled carrots, and as he goes to hand them to you, Stabbert leans up and goes and eats every single one of them.
Healthy
These
appetite.
things, that little guy's gonna eat us out of house and home.
It's alright, we're fattening him up.
You get Stabbert so heavy Groot can't pick him up, and then great dinner.
You're gonna get stabbed
No,
by the
by-
rabbit.
I was going to say, by Stabbert or you?
So
I called him a rabbit.
back
so
at the
close
olive
enough.
pit, he goes. So your friend said
He's a rabbit.
your friend said they'd be quick.
I mean, if I could make people do what I wanted at a whim's notice, I would be
Look,
I would be over the whole city of Galen.
You said quick, and it's been like 20 minutes.
Oh, it's been that long.
There's a
We're
festival.
slow.
They're probably having fun.
We're
Unlike
meander
me.
walking.
Right. So,
Moseying.
So what do you want to talk about?
Have you guys ever heard of a picture? There was someone earlier that made a thing called a picture.
Neat stuff, right? Yeah. They just like put your image on it. She's like, yes. My wife and I got one of those done in Kalnora just 2 weeks back. It was it was kind of strange though, because like they had me put on a hat and hold a rifle, and then they had him sit in a chair with some strange boots. It was
Ye old
interesting.
cowboy
I don't
picture.
think. Yeah, exactly.
Tabaxi
Ah,
Cowboys.
Nashville. I've been there.
Yes, yeah. Oh, you've been to Nashville, Kalnora. It's interesting.
Everyone was Pigeon Forge.
Finest knife shops and bong stores.
Yes.
That's Maggie Valley,
And
baby.
go-karts.
Mm-hmm.
Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
Love that.
So, are you all making your way to the olive?
Yeah,
Pit? Are you
yeah,
still-
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
now
you're really making
if
me
you
look
all
nasty.
could, if you wanted to, you
We're
can
making
still,
our way.
You could hang out and buy another fucking Fey Rabbit.
Technically, there's 2 still available.
Yeah.
That might be a lot of wrangling to do, though.
Too much wrangling for me.
So you all do make your way over to the
You're,
olive
you're
pit.
perpetually one failed animals handling check away from not having a pet. Don't worry about it.
I
And you
know,
all
because of
approach
your
the front
Or maybe
of
an
the olive
arm.
pit. You all make it there, and as soon as you come in, the host looks right at you and says, "No animals in the bar."
We're not going to the bar. We're going to a booth.
That's his emotional support.
They're not
Uh-oh.
my
Amaraj.
rules. They're Dalrin.
Dalrin would love this.
We're cool with Dalrin.
This guy.
Just get in.
Just get out of my sight.
Thanks, guy.
Point you to the booth that that Finnegan is.
I'm gonna give him a
already in.
silver piece.
You're too kind. As you walk by, Moray actually looks at him and goes,
Oh yeah, they're sort of coworkers.
"They're very much co-workers. This guy is currently on this shift."
Yeah.
So you walk to there, and the curtain opens up, and you all notice that Finnegan is sitting there with a couple of tabaxi that you don't realize.
Finally!
Hey, what's going on, Finn?
I didn't think I could have made it sound more urgent.
You probably could have said the word urgent.
Yeah, Quinner didn't tell us you said urgent.
He didn't say
He must
urgent.
not
He
have
also
heard
said
me.
you were, snappy and fast about it, but
Oh, I can get snappy. If I hadn't have stopped and eaten all that food, I'd be snappy as hell right
you
now.
want to get snappy? Sit down. Sit down.
I'll have a seat.
I guess I'll.
They
sit
don't know
down.
where they are.
They don't.
Listen. Will you explain to your friend already?
Mm-hmm.
We are the Vulcan Authority. We are relic hunters. Our job is to make sure that everyone here stays safe and the vestiges of old do not rear their ugly heads in this place ever again.
The vestiges.
It's a noble cause.
We like to think so. And the other tabaxi says, I think I can handle this. We were informed recently that the Draylans had come upon an artifact that was worth checking out. An artifact that we weren't exactly sure even existed, considering the Draylans' reputation. You know them, I'm sure, as charlatans.
Yeah.
I've been in that museum. I can tell they're bullshitters.
Yeah, they're not
Unfortunately,
cool.
they have money. So,
Oh, so much.
they can afford to be charlatans. Every once in a while, they do come upon something, however, that is worth investigating. We think this time they have found something worth doing more than investigating. But it seems to be gone. We checked the museum, and it isn't there.
What was it?
They're talking about that arm we found in the
That
cave.
goddamn
Oh, the one
arm.
that they stole the credit for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We gave the arm to the Draylans. The Draylans said that they got the arm.
The guy says, that's the one.
Oh, it's kind
That's
of
the
our...
one. We're looking for that one.
So
We're
what
looking
is
for
it?
that arm. Well, if it's what we think it is, since we ain't been able to actually see it, because it's been passed around so many times, and it's been stolen and unstolen and restolen, and anyway. We believe it to be a piece of an ancient evil relic used long, long ago against the people of Cetera. Back during a time when only the Tabaxi and the dwarves lived on Cetera, at least so we all thought.
So they didn't even pay me accordingly.
No. I promise you, no matter what they paid you, they didn't pay you enough.
How the hell did something this powerful end up in a cave? Just in the
Surrounded by
countryside?
gnolls.
I mean,
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know how these things end up in places like that, but they do. And it's normally our job to find them.
Well, it should be in a museum then, right?
No, it needs to be destroyed. It needs to be thrown into the volcano.
No, I'm saying, but if you're looking for it, it should be at the museum.
Yes, it should be, but we've been to the museum, and unfortunately it is no longer on display. One of the guards informed us it had been stolen during a break-in.
Do they have any idea who it was?
What?
No, but if they did, we would be asking them. So instead, we came to the last people that were known to have had the ivory arm before it was stolen. So hopefully, we were hoping that maybe you all ran into someone on your travels who seemed interested in it. Maybe somebody tried to stop you in the city or gave you a funny look. Anything. I'm dying
Yeah.
here.
So
I mean,
it's-
anything.
to
As
be
far
honest,
as
we knew,
we
like-
thought it was an ivory arm. That's
Yeah.
how it was described to us.
Nobody
we were
told
to
us shit
retrieve an
about it.
ivory arm, and we brought it back. Gave it to the Draylans, and
I was hired to kill several gnolls.
I don't think we had to kill the gnolls. I think we did that because we didn't like to party.
Well, I had to kill the gnolls.
Yeah, or they
I
were
was
going to
worried.
kill us.
Tabaxi speaks up and says, we don't really care how you came about it. That doesn't matter at all to us. Frankly, you could have killed an old woman and her child for it. I don't care. That's not my job. My job is to find it now and destroy it. So please, if you have any information on where this could be, it could be the most important information you've ever given anyone in your life.
We'll keep an ear out. Do
don't
we have
know
a way
who
to contact you?
currently has it.
We've talked to the Draymans,
I mean, they were the ones that last had ownership of it.
and they told us it was stolen. So now we're working our way backwards, because it's all we have.
As far as but when we brought it back in town, I don't remember anybody being especially interested in it. I don't even remember anybody looking at us carrying it down the road. It's a pretty nondescript. Yeah,
Yeah, we
It's like
thought
a
it was.
broken piece of
We
statue.
thought it
we
was
literally
just
just
a
thought it was a
statue,
piece
so
of topiary or
I was
something.
I carried it all the way through town. Nobody said anything about it.
So I mean, anybody in town could have seen it.
Are you staying in town? Like, if we ask around, will we be able to find you again?
We'll be here for a little while. We're not gonna go anywhere since this is the last place it was seen,
Makes sense.
unless we get information about it being elsewhere. We'll keep looking here.
Excuse me.
We really do need to find it, though. Any help would be greatly appreciated. If you could send anyone our way, we'll be staying over at the Radiant Orchards.
You got it.
Nice place.
Thank you all so much for your time. We do genuinely appreciate it. They get up and they leave. You all are now left in the olive pit.
Well, those guys were remarkably harmless for how spooky they set this whole thing up to be.
Thought I was gonna get mugged.
I thought we were coming to pay your ransom or something.
I thought you were already dead.
That's my fault. I said he's
Thanks.
probably dead.
Thanks for your faith in me, guys.
I was worried. It wasn't a lack of faith.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
You're the captain.
You're the captain.
I know. That was...
Moray says, she kind of clears her throat and speaks up and says, we may have something much larger and much more important on our hands than you all realize.
You
know
know, we
these
should
guys?
probably tell Traylon.
Have you ever heard of the Vulcan Authority?
Oh, yes.
Dollar.
Are they real?
They are
real
real.
thing?
They're very real.
It's their
And-
tact is bad. Showing up and just sort of demanding and being all spooky like, yeah, we're not telling them anything.
Their tact is fantastic.
I'm sure that they're more than capable of handling themselves, though.
They've never been able to step foot into the olive pit until today.
I wonder who brought them here.
Their tact is fantastic. Trust me.
So we should probably let Bordeaux know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that would be wise.
Darn should probably know.
We're going to take a break.
I love how he woke up just in time for break to bite me.
So, you are all still in the olive pit with Moray sitting at the booth, who has just explained to you that the Vulcan Authority are, in fact, someone to be reckoned with, should you try.
But I mean, wasn't the arm given to another secret third buyer? Like,
Yeah.
do we even know where it is?
We don't know if the arm's moved yet or not.
Right, well,
That's what Dalrin is doing today.
I had
Oh.
I was gonna say I had assumed that would have moved fast as fuck.
We probably need to tell him before
Yeah, we
he
need to let
moves
him know.
it.
We should probably, as long as we know the
Yeah.
coast is clear.
Yeah,
we
we
should
should
probably
really
get-
let him know.
Is this gonna tamper with the rest of our payment? Sorry.
It may.
Well, at
She
least you're
leans
honest.
out and she waves, and the table begins to move back. You all head down
It's a good thing I held on to most of my money.
to the olive pit. Dalrin is he's not out and about underneath. He is he may be in his office or somewhere else currently, but you don't immediately see him.
We should probably start at his office. Makes the most sense.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Moray if she knows where he might be this time of day.
If he's not in his office, then he's already left.
I will check the office then.
Gentle, he has a headache.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. So yeah, the door opens up, and Dalrin, looking still a bit weathered, opens the door and he says, "Back so soon?"
We need to talk.
Bad news.
Private
boss.
like.
He's like, oh, good.
Come in. He waves you all in, and he sits down on his desk. And you see on his desk is the ivory arm sitting there. He seems like he's getting ready to, like he was getting ready to package it up or wrap it
How
up or
convenient.
whatever.
Something has transpired.
What might that be?
Some people calling themselves the Vulcan Authority are looking for that. And they were just up there.
And they were talking about ancient vestiges.
Yeah, apparently that's part of some.
They weren't here because they suspect this place of anything. They were here because that's where they led me to question me.
Good poker face.
Should I even roll?
Oh god, absolutely you're gonna roll. Make a deception check.
Oh my. This is
Where
gonna be
is-
really bad
Where's
for me.
where's my fucking... We're doing this. Where's Dalrin?
Ah, perfect.
You do the best you could do.
Probably not.
The dice will always see to that.
Right.
They're definitely role playing. You're ready to get yelled at.
Oh no.
I'm not the one who just lied.
What'd you get?
6.
He looks at you and he says, "The Vulcan Authority have never stepped foot in the Olive Pit. We'll talk about that later."
Like I said, they don't suspect you or this place of anything. They didn't even say your name or anything.
That's good.
They just they wanted to talk to us because we brought it into the Draylands.
This is a problem. If... There's a couple of things. Number one, if they want something, they usually get it. Usually. I have seen to it personally once or twice that they did not. And they do not like me for it. However,
That's just
I can admit my mistakes. I will say that there may have been one of those times when I should have stepped aside and let them do their jobs. So, we are at an interesting impasse. The buyers of this have already paid half and are expecting delivery today. However, the Vulcan Authority are not to be trifled with. They mean what they say. And there is a part of me that does believe that what they do does keep us safe. What do you think?
So that thing right there is dangerous. I mean, we picked it up. We threw it in a bag of
He
holding.
grabs hold of it and he picks it up and says,
I
"Seems
think
fine to me."
in and of itself,
Sets it back down.
Doesn't look.
it's not dangerous, but I think the sum of its parts are what is
Leans up and
dangerous.
gives it a high five.
One piece of an evil statue. Maybe.
Is that what they said it was?
No.
No.
Oh.
I just always thought it was part of a statue because it's an arm. Like,
They
usually
said-
you don't just make an
They
arm.
said it was part of an ancient evil relic. Which is
Yeah, they use
pretty
that
vague,
word.
to be
That's
honest.
that's extremely
They did
vague.
say evil.
I mean,
Which is...
if they were
To
looking
be
for,
fair, evil is what they do. That's what
they're not
hunt.
looking for
Yeah.
ancient good
They don't
relics.
care if it's a good relic. That's not their job.
Evil's
They,
also kind
uh,
of subjective.
The Vulcan Authority finds what they call vestiges of evil back to a place called the Last Respite. And above the Last Respite, on the side of the mountain, there is a place called Precipice Fort, where they house the relics that cannot be destroyed, and the ones that can, they throw into the volcano.
Oh, that sounds cool. I've never seen a volcano.
There's a big one right in the middle of the island.
We should go there.
Rumor
Oh,
has
sounds
it-
hot.
Rumor has it there used to be two.
What's the name of that place?
The last respite.
The-
Last Respite is the
Last
place,
Respite.
and then the
Precipice Fort.
Precipice Fort is the fort above.
They said it was so old that it was from when only Tabaxian dwarves were here.
It doesn't look that old.
I was gonna say it looks pretty nice for being so old, but like that's not really my business either. I'm not an antiquer.
Nor am I exactly. Not
Is
something
it
like this anyway.
magical?
Has to be, right? Why would someone pay so much money for it?
I mean, isn't everything
I don't know anything about
magical
magic.
kind of a little bit?
I mean, we all looked it over and it just seems so mundane, you know? Like it didn't feel magical.
Did you ever detect?
I never actually did do an Arcana check.
Oh, I
on
thought
it.
you did.
Does
Huh.
anybody have detect magic?
I don't.
Detect evil?
Wait.
I have.
I have detect evil and good, but I don't
Yes.
think that it works for that because it says it lets you know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you.
Which if it's a statue, like unless it's secretly alive.
Yeah, no.
Which
that's
I don't know.
not
Maybe it's
helpful.
secretly alive. Don't know.
Or secretly unalive.
Secretly
Not
dead.
have detect magic.
Just say Moray doesn't have it.
No, I said Dalrin does not have detect magic. Oh,
See, I have divine sense. Let's see
Hang
what
on.
that does.
No, I don't find magic. I am magic.
Yeah, me too.
You sure are, buddy.
You're doing great.
Prestidigitation.
oh. Moray does have detect magic,
Hell yeah, Moray, do your thing.
and
She's super cool.
she kind of laughs and she says, "Well, I can," and she does, in fact, cast detect magic. Let me dig through my things
What's that, girl?
and find
arm's
this
evil?
arm again.
Got that dog.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
Calm down, DNX.
yeah. If it was evil, I have divine sense. In the presence of strong evil, registers on your senses like noxious odor. Powerful, good rings like heavenly music in your ears.
Okay.
That sounds like it would be annoying.
Yeah,
Are you using that now?
I can. Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You. So. Moray says, "I'm getting a very strong sense of transmutation from this arm," and as she says that, the smell of rotting flesh
Ugh.
enters your nose.
That's bad smell.
It's a little sweet.
This
Yeah, it
thing
is.
is, in fact, evil. Or at least
Evil!
it's part of something evil.
Oh boy.
Mermaid man.
Barnacle Moray.
Dalrin
Oh.
says, "So does that mean we're giving it back, or does that mean that we're charging more for it? What are we doing? What's going on here? That's my question. If we're giving it back, I can't give it back. I can't be the one to do it. They will just probably
Clearly.
hang me. I don't know. We haven't spoken in a long time. I'd rather keep it that way.
Should we notify the buyer that it's evil?
The
If
buyer,
we do
we're
that,
going
we'd
to
have to charge
assume
them
knows that
more.
it's evil.
Oh, that's fair. I
They're
don't know.
likely
Maybe
buying
that's-
it because
it's evil.
That's very rude to assume.
I mean, it's just part of a statue.
I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Wait a second.
Okay,
Hear me out.
that's fair. I don't know who the buyer is.
Hear me
Moray
out.
leans over you and says, "It's not rude to assume that."
I don't know your clientele, Dollar.
No, you're probably right. It's probably bad.
They're probably assholes.
What if they're... What if we charged more for it? And then sent the Vulcan guys after the buyer?
Jesus.
I feel...
It certainly absolve us of any problems. Sort of, kind of, maybe.
Maybe.
Until they tell the Vulcan Authority we extorted them for money and had it the whole time.
What if we charge them for more and then we steal it back?
Well, I assume the
And-
buyers wouldn't know we had anything to do with it.
Well, we're not getting any more money until they have the statue, or the arm in their hands.
Yes, that's why we wait till after that to send the Vulcans.
That's devious.
That is scandalous.
It is devious.
Well, if it's evil, it does
Yeah,
get it out of
the-
our
but-
hands and into theirs without
I
us
mean, it
having
keeps
to...
our asses out of the
Theoretically,
fire, which is
yeah,
about as good as
the
I can
buyer
hope
never
for.
sees us. We report back to the Vulcan Authority that we have it on
Could
on
afford
suspicion that
We saw an arm go through town. And it was
That
held by these
hesitation
people.
Spoke volume.
yeah. Alliteration.
It was just a thought.
It's not a terrible.
I mean,
thought.
it
not the worst
doesn't
I've ever
sound like a
heard.
bad idea.
No, it doesn't, does it?
It sounds pretty low risk.
kind of
too.
absolves us of all responsibility as well, because yeah, we did do the bad, but then we sent out the good.
Balance.
Yin and yang.
And that's on growth, baby.
All smooth sailing, 20
Perfectly
minutes
balanced,
in and
as
out.
all things should be.
I think that sounds wonderful. Very good.
Hopefully this disrupts
Right.
little.
Crisis
Another 5-day
averted. Let's get
drinking
hammered.
binge.
I will meet with the buyer. I assume you all will inform the Vulcan Authority.
Who's the buyer?
I don't know.
Well, how do we tell the Vulcan Authority who it is if we don't know who they are?
I mean, I guess I could describe them for you, but I don't know who this buyer. Why would I get a name?
Oh, I guess that's a good point.
That's very incriminating.
Yes.
This
You
is
bring us
still crime.
Okay.
We are
that's fair.
doing big crimes.
We are doing big
This
crimes.
is a
Much
group
illegal.
of big crime that makes money on
Big
crime.
crime time. Gotcha.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
you come back here, feed us the
My name's
description.
not even Dalrin Bordeaux.
Oh, jeez. What a surprise.
My name's Dalrin Bordeaux.
So you bring us back a description and a general direction. We feed it to the Vulcans. Since you've already gotten paid,
They
they
live long and
leave.
prosper.
This sounds fantastic.
And evil gets locked away or destroyed.
The most important thing is the money we make along the way.
He gets it. Well, good. Go. Have fun. Get out. Go out.
Yep.
Enjoy the festival.
Sounds like it's back to the
we
festival
go.
with us.
I have some writing to do now, and some new bills to write up, and another. I have work to do. Normally, I have someone who can handle this for me, but she is currently indisposed. As he looks up at Moray, and then looks over at you, and then looks back at Moray,
Yeah,
sort
Gordo.
of shrugs, and then she just sort of shrugs.
Sort of sure.
Gordo won the tournament, so I mean, like,
And Garuk sitting there, petting Stabbert.
He's not even asked a single question. It's like
Nah.
he didn't even look at it.
I knew he'd be fine with the rabbit in the restaurant.
I knew we'd be fine with the red.
Would enough time have passed for the parts for Gillian be ready?
Probably getting close.
Okay.
Yeah, or at least by the time you all go back and hang out for a while and check out some more stuff, it will be time.
Yeah.
Cool. I figured it'd been a few hours.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So does anybody want to see if that bard's doing a sing-along? Because I heard Garuk the other night, and I feel like that dude might have a future. Not playing things.
Um.
I'm going to need you to hold Stabbert.
So you go over to the.
Same size as me.
Yes.
I'm just gonna put my arm around him, buddies.
It seems like there is. There's no real like sign-up sheet or anything like that. There's just someone up there like currently playing.
Get on up there.
Yeah, that's about it.
I'm pretty
she's
sure
she's currently singing some folk song.
Fucking nerd.
Is it a common folk song that we would all know?
No,
No.
none of you are from here.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It might be coming here, but
none
not
of you
coming
are
for
from
us.
none of you are from Galen, so none of you
Like
have ever
moving to
heard.
Russia and getting upset
Evidence.
because you don't know any of the pop songs on the radio.
That is either Merlins or Feeberts.
None of you have ever heard a Galenic folk
Gaelish.
song before. Gaelish, no. Yeah, but it's lovely, regardless.
Nice.
And if you'd like to get up there and join her, I guess you can. Or
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to be here.
So I was going to say, so she does eventually finish and she walks off stage.
I guess it's time
walked
to
off
get.
stage.
I guess it's time to get a drink from the old the bartender of the
Yeah.
Olive Pit over there.
Hell yeah, you may as well.
Our trusted barkeep.
So you all walk up.
Before that,
Yeah.
I'm going to drag Finn along with me up to that bard.
Up to the bard.
Yeah, the
Okay.
lady that was just singing.
Okay.
I'm just like, whoa! Just getting dragged.
Gonna walk up. Hand me that thing.
You have to
All right,
get
I
it.
reach in and grab the loot out of the bag of holding, and say, "Can you show me how to fix this?"
She stops and she looks and she says, This is lovely." She flips it over. She says, "This is beautiful. Do you play? You must. This is." Yeah. She hands it back to you and she gets in her bag and she hands you a set of wrapped up strings for it. And she says, "Here, there you go. Cheers. I must get going." And she pats you and she takes off.
She didn't tell me how to do it.
I feel like you can figure it out. You're
How hard
smart.
could it be? String goes from there to there.
But if you tighten it too much, they will snap and they will hit you in the face. That is a real thing. Don't fuck around.
Okay.
It hurts.
So, I put the strings and the loot back into Finn's bag of holding.
Okay, you do have the. It is a. She took a look at it, and it seems like the strings is all you would need to repair it.
There's got to be somebody around we can ask. We'll get this done.
Maybe Chet could do something for it.
Yeah,
We stole it from him.
Just tell him it's one just like his.
Such a fan that you got a. You
Oh,
bought
it's-
one from the merch booth.
Be like, "Oh, Chad, it's so cool. You got a replica of my loot."
Oh, I just remembered something.
What?
We should look around for Gangly Langley while we're here.
Oh my god, we should look to see if Gangly Langley is in the crowd.
Is he at the festival?
Take a look around, everybody.
Let's look around. I forgot, and then I was like, "Oh wait, we're on
If you
another
just
quest."
Moray can too, if you can describe Langley, like
Gangly.
I rolled a 1. I
Moray
cannot
rolled a
describe.
7.
What do
I can't.
Oh, I got
Perception
a
check,
nat
yeah.
20.
I rolled a nothing.
That's the first one I got.
No,
shit.
8.
Good. 23.
Perception.
23.
That's persuasion. Perception is +2, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
23.
23.
We both got 23.
So you three are almost positive that you see him
Oh, for real?
in the crowd. And you run up to him and you grab him. Langley! And you turn around. Big, long, red beard.
Oh.
Definitely not Langley.
Damn it!
Definitely
Well.
not Langley. And he turns around and he says, "Ken."
Oh, sorry, Ken.
All right.
It's not the first time I've waved to somebody that I didn't actually know in the crowd.
It's the worst. It's
Oh,
the
I
worst.
did it at the Goodwill once.
Oh,
Why did I do that?
deep cringe.
I
Just
thought it was my
turning
cousin.
inside
It
out.
was not.
So sorry.
Worse is when you honk at somebody on the street that you
Oh,
know,
they think
but
you're
you
an
don't know
asshole.
them. So now everybody knows you're out here just honking your fucking horn like a douchebag.
I've never done that.
But you all do get a good look around and know you don't see anyone here that actually matches Langley's description.
That's super unfortunate. We're gonna
Well,
find this.
we
guy.
looked. us with a look.
Yeah, you spent a little time
We
looking
missed
around.
that guy ages
Um,
ago. He's dead.
It is about time though that you can get your pieces back from
Oh,
the.
well. I'll do that
Yeah,
then.
we'll head over to the blacksmith.
Sure. Yeah, he absolutely. He hands you a couple of gears and a lever, specialized looking lever, and he says, "This will fix Frog Friend.
Thank you. How much do I owe you?
You only pay for price of material. For Frog Friend is 3 silver piece.
Oh, okay.
We want to see Frog Friend fixed. Please bring back Frog Friend when fixed.
Okay. Where's your shop usually? Because this is like a booth, right?
Here,
Oh, okay.
not
Cool.
right here, but in down here.
Okay. What's it called?
Oh, it just has big picture of gear and then large picture of anvil.
Okay. I'll find
We
that.
do not name shop. Shop cannot talk, so we do not give it name.
That seems reasonable.
That's fair.
I inquire about the harness and nameplate.
Oh, yes.
Or name tag.
Mikola! Name tag. Very good. He hands you the name tag, and it absolutely has "Stab It" scrolled into it. No, not Stabber. Sorry, Stabber. Yeah, Stab It. Yeah, just it's all fucked up. Stab It.
Pops up to
Stab it.
someone. They're just like, stab it.
Stab it. No, it says Stabbard. It's all lovely scrolled onto it. It's big, long, gaudy tag. It's pretty fancy. It's already tied around. It's not really anything fancy, just a piece of leather twine. He says, "Here, his name tag. Stabbard is a good name." And he hands it to you, and he says, "Come back in 20 minutes. We have cage."
Nicola did his thing.
Yes.
Stab it.
So I put on the name tag and the harness.
On
And,
yourself?
no, on
Stabbard.
Persona.
So yeah, you spend a little time, take some time, go grab a drink from your notable bartender there, and come back, and you have a very, very large cage now. It's big enough that you could put Finnegan or Zilgrin in it. Like that's to give you an idea of the size of this cage. It's fucking big and it weighs a fucking
Really
ton.
should be, though, for
because
as
they
big
made
as
it
that
out
is.
of they made it all out of iron.
yes.
Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, they made it all out of iron.
It's a good thing
They
that you
made-
have orc levels of strength.
They made your fey creature a huge iron cage.
Does that hurt it?
Yes.
You better believe it does.
We should put some fabric lining in there or
He says,
something.
"We have cage. We make you cage. That will be 10 silver piece or 1 gold, please."
I give him the gold.
All right.
You gotta get that thing plasti dipped now. Powder coated. Ye old powder coating.
In their defense, I didn't specify.
Yeah, no, you can't be
They
mad.
they don't know it's
You
a
can't
fake
be mad.
creature.
You just have to be mad at yourself.
You know who did this?
Me.
Congratulations.
This guy.
Welcome to parenthood.
Now you got a big, you got a couple foot tall iron cage.
That you can't use and you have to carry
Cool
around.
with it.
We can make something cool
Keep
out of
being
this.
mouthy and he'll find a way to use
It'll,
it.
it'll make a cool splash if we
Can't
threw it
catch
off a
me.
bridge.
Weighs a couple 100 pounds.
I wish we had a cart.
It's fun. It's nice though. It's got a nice locking door, and everything on it. It came with a key.
Will that fit in the bag?
No.
That would solve so much.
No, it
We
will
could just
not.
put it in the bag and forget about it.
Ronco said it and forget it.
yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Maybe it should at least go back to your room. Like, where are we gonna keep this?
Yes.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know yet.
He's gonna keep hobbitsies for his dinner.
At this point, I feel like the most efficient option is to just like throw it in the water and just get rid of
Oh,
it.
we could put it
What
on
if you
the
s-
ship.
What if you sold it to a different blacksmith? Or maybe a company that uses cages to move animals,
Repurpose iron.
like the
I think we
Alvaron
should use
Moving
it on our
Company.
ship for moving dangerous
Oh
animals.
yeah, our ship. We could have a cage on our ship.
For what?
The ghosts. A skeleton. Put a skeleton in the cage and then hang the cage somewhere
You
cool.
imaginative friends. I was right about today being fantastic.
They're full of
That way nobody will
creative
mess
ideas.
with us on the seas. They'll think we're dangerous.
I hope I get a chance to see the ship someday.
Me too.
I hope the ship
Do you think-
doesn't become our tomb.
How much do you think it would cost
That'll be the
to have the Alberon Moving Company deliver this to the ship?
I've never shipped anything in my
They'll
entire
ship
life.
anything. Probably not. I mean, it's
They
not
won't
like
even
it's
ask why.
Yeah.
Seems like it might be just as expensive to get them to bring the ship to us.
Oh, that would be cool.
Have to pay the fees though.
Oh right, the fees.
You're supposed to be good for this month.
I have to claim ownership of it.
Right, you
They
gotta go
understand.
there and do the whole thing.
When are we doing that? Is there like a certain date that you have to do it by?
Probably post haste.
So,
Okay.
so after the
I,
festival, we'll
I
head up
understand docking fees can get quite expensive if you let them go.
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
They start off at a smaller amount, but then if you don't pay it, it jumps up to a higher one. At least that's how it works here in Galen.
Wonderful.
What?
Well,
What if we put Finn in the cage, wrap the cage up, shipped him from the Alberon Shipping Company to the boat?
why
And we
wouldn't we
sail
just pay him
away.
to give me a ride?
Because how would the cage get there?
Why do I have to be in it?
It's probably cheaper to ship the cage than it is to ship a person.
Oh my god! Moray speaks up. Actually, we do that quite often in the pit.
See?
We will package up someone who needs to go somewhere and ship them via the Alberon Moving Company.
See, they don't
very
ask
few
questions.
and it is much cheaper than and it is also very discreet travel. As long as you don't fall off the back of one of their carts.
Don't rationalize their nonsense.
It's less
It's
nonsense.
not nonsense. It's a good idea.
I know it sounds like nonsense, but it's less nonsense than you think when you have to apply things like crime.
Yeah, you can do crime in the cage the whole way there. That's cool.
Nobody even knows it's a crime cage.
It's not. It's not really a crime cage yet.
I'm
It's
not
pretty
suggesting
innocent.
you travel by cage. You're not
Finn,
committing
I'm-
a crime.
I'm not going to ship you in a cage.
But we can if you want to.
I'll die.
If you
Last time I was alone for 10 seconds, I got kidnapped by 2 giant cats.
He's not.
we'll give you some
wrong.
snacks, a little water. You'll just nap your way
And
there.
if you're good, we'll even give you the key to get out.
I didn't say that.
We'll give you a couple of skins of wine. You know, that make a
You're
day
the
of it.
first to walk the plane. Throw him in the brig.
Oh, see, that's what the cage could be for. The brig.
Imagine him crammed in it. His arms and legs.
Fucking hell, like, this is not funny.
We're in the cage like a romper.
So you all spend some time wandering around the festival for a while and enjoying yourself, experiencing the food and the sights and the sounds. There's some street performers and things like that going on. There's jugglers. There's fire swallowers. There's all sorts of fun stuff happening. There's kitschy little shit that you can buy. There's people proselytizing, shouting about religions and stuff. You know, as they're
Are
doing.
those your people?
Oh yeah, there's gonna be
I
some
was
of
gonna
them
say
there, for
it's
sure.
Galen, so they probably have somebody from every temple here.
Yep. Someone
be
from every
foolish
temple.
not to.
Yep. Proselytizing, but not telling you that you're going to hell for your celebrations.
Oh, that's nice.
Just also spreading the good word of their god as well. Like, this is great.
You know,
so is Cord, by the way.
I was gonna say Melora's great. She's the wilderness lady.
Yeah, this is honestly, this is like a large celebration, mostly centered around Melora, considering she is the mother of wildlife,
Right.
and wildlife is part of a large harvest festival.
I made
it's,
Gillian in her own image.
But Gillian's a
Froge.
frog.
Frogs are in the wilderness. Frogs are everywhere.
Yeah, they're in the wilderness. They're not the wilderness.
Gillian is the wilderness.
He's a mechanical frog, though.
You notice that you do see the Vulcan Authority, the same two, in the crowd several times. Wandering around, they stop a couple people here and there, ask them a couple of questions. They're about. They don't seem to be particularly keeping an eye on you or anything like that, but you do see them in the crowd from time to
I
time.
probably don't have time to. Really. Sounds like they got shit.
But the day does start to wind down, and the lights begin to come on the streets, and the sun starts to set.
Oh, good. That means we can start drinking the hard liquor now.
And that's when Moray leans over to you and says, "We should go to the beach.
The beach?
We should go to the beach. Trust me. Come on."
All right.
And
let's
she
go to
starts
the
to
beach.
she suddenly starts to make her way towards the beach quite quickly. As you see, there are quite a few people, quite a large crowd making their way towards the beach. It seems like this might be the next event for the Harvest Festival. And as you all get onto the beach, everyone is looking out into the ocean, which is just dark, just black out there. It's just open water. It's hard to see anything out there. And then all of a sudden, about 15, 16 or so flames on the horizon. You see little flames, and then and all of a sudden, from now you can see from the rocket glares that are shining, there are platforms floating out in the water with people standing on them that are lighting fireworks, firing them off into the sky for a one final display and celebration at the end of this Harvest Festival.
They're starting fires on those floating planks. That seems like a terrible idea.
They're in the water.
They're probably
Yeah, what are you
experts.
scared? They're the ones out there, not us.
Do you know how easy it is to put out a fire while you're already in the water?
Significantly easier.
Way easier. But yeah, that's a lovely fireworks display, and music starts to play from several, almost like a bard orchestra that is gathered in a group nearby as the fireworks begin to go and they begin to explode. And it's an awesome display. You can tell that there's definitely some magic that has gone in. Somebody gives you the finger. They say it didn't cost you anything. It makes shapes in the sky as they explode, very a la Lord of the Rings style. You know, the dragon in the sky that flaps its wings and
Or
breathes
like
fire.
the
as it
end of literally any
explodes and-
Pokemon movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
they've always got the like Pokemon shaped fireworks.
It's true. God, that's so awesome.
And Moray leans over to you, Gorna, and says, "I haven't seen these fireworks in 10 years."
I've never seen them. They're beautiful.
She leans in close and says, "Thank you." And you all sit and enjoy the fireworks. It's amazing. The beach feels great. The water, the spray from the ocean, feels fantastic after a long hot day. Now that the night has come, and the crowd begins to disperse as the finale erupts to a finish.
Erupt.
There's still some nightlife going on. Good God. Horny jail. There's still some nightlife happening. There's still a couple of late night vendors. You see that the bartender from the Olive Pit is still set up and is serving wine pretty steadily from a decent line that hasn't really much left all day. A couple of the fried food vendors have still set up shop, and there are bards now tucked in various places, all playing their instruments separately. Nobody's on the stage. It seems like it's just sort of an after party happening now. And you all are free to sort of mill about or do whatever you would like to do.
Right back to being nightlife city bums.
It is. It's
Seems
what's
like all
happening
the
now.
squares are gone now.
Hell yeah.
All of the cool cats are out.
Let's play quarters. With wine. Ugh.
Suddenly there's a whole bunch of, like, pull tabs all over the ground. What's going on here?
Oh no.
Oh shit. Smells like cigarettes.
You see somebody
Back in the
slapping
VFW
dimes onto a
bonus.
board and someone's spinning a big wheel with pegs on it.
Hell yeah. We're right back at the VFW.
That's right. It's the fish fry, but in Galen.
Fish.
Oh yeah, you're at a Catholic fish fry now.
That's how they market it.
Yeah.
Fish fry, but in game.
But in Galen. That's it. That's what the sign says. That's what the banner says stretched across.
Served with olives.
Served with olives. But it has been several hours now of partying and hanging out and having a good time. You got a new pet. A couple of you got stuffed animals now. You got parts
Pieces
to
for
fix
Frog.
Froge, to fix Gillian, no problem. You got some fun new fruit.
Yeah. I got ideas
You
for
got
that.
2 of those.
I got an idea for
very
those.
blue-
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what happens with those too.
A very blue,
But the day is starting to wind to an end, and you all are feeling tired. And Moray leans over and says, "Where would you be staying tonight?"
Well, I don't really want to stay in the fighters' quarters again. Any chance I could stay with you?
Yes, you can. My room is quite a bit better.
Damn roasted.
What do you want for nothing?
F's
She
in the
says,
chat.
"What about the rest of you? I can't offer you better rooms, but they're free."
Yeah, freeze for me. I'm done with free.
Is there any way I could get the cage down to my room?
If you can get it into the building, I'd be willing to bet Kindness could help you get it inside.
Like into the olive pit?
Yeah, if you could get into the olive pit, Kindness could probably help you get it downstairs.
Okay.
Do you want some help?
You're just
Yeah,
gonna make
sure.
the cage
Hey,
heavier
Gorna.
when you're inside of it.
Damn! Damn!
I can help by petting the rabbit.
So, you both have to manage to carry this big heavy cage back to the olive pit.
I can help you carry the cage.
And that's not really much of a problem, but you are going to have to also juggle your new pet, unless you want to hand it off to someone else.
Me and Finn can both keep
Nope,
a
that thing
hand
will
on
kill
it.
me.
It's been so chill so
If that
far.
thing decides to fucking run, both of your little asses are dangling off the end of that leash.
Look,
like,
here's the thing. It's been chill so far, but the minute I have to roll an animal handling check, it ain't gonna be chill.
Oh,
So, what you doing?
can we
I'm
tie
going
him
to
the
ask Moray
post?
if she would like to walk through it.
Smooth.
I'll tell you what.
Just palming it off on the NPC.
I'm going to roll a D100. If it's 50, if it's below 50, she'll take it. If it's 50 or above, she will refuse to take it.
That's a
That is a 3.
Wow.
Wow.
She says, "Oh, I will take it." And she grabs hold of the rope and scritches it on top of the head, and it just sort of wiggles its nose a little bit. Seems calm enough.
It's been great so far.
Yes.
Great rabbit.
So she's got a big stuffed dragon turtle under one arm, and then she's got the leash of this giant horned bunny rabbit in the other arm, which is linked around your arm.
oh. She looks adorable.
She's very happy. She seems to have had a very good day.
This rabbit has lasted significantly longer than I expected
Same.
it to.
Yes.
Make an animal handling check. I had speared the fuck out of you and ran away.
That's pretty much what I expected.
You're bleeding pretty dumb now.
I was willing to take that chance.
I know you were. You threw a gold at that guy so fucking fast, I don't know how he caught it.
So
There's still a dent in his forehead where it bounced.
give me that shit.
I'm gonna take my money.
So you all make your way back to the olive pit. Everyone make perception checks for me.
This is where we
Please make perception checks for me.
17.
14.
Dirty 20.
14.
10.
10. You can smell. It smells like cooking meat. Like the olive pit might actually still be open.
Okay.
Like kind of odd, but and as you approach the olive pit, you come inside, and there doesn't seem to be anyone inside.
Is it that late?
It's pretty late. Yeah, the fireworks display goes on for a while, and then the after party happens for a bit, and then everything sort of shuts down. It is pretty late right now.
But I smell smoking meat.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mark Zuckerberg.
Maury says,
Has got a late night cook in here somewhere?
normally no, but maybe they decided to leave it open. Where is the host?
maybe he's cooking meat.
She walks around behind
Maybe
the
he's
counter and
cooking
meats.
she says, "It doesn't matter. We'll go in here." And she hits the button, and you can hear one of the tables start to rise. And as you pull back, she pulls back the curtain to go down, and there is smoke billowing out from the staircase
Oh, that's
Uh-oh. That's
on
not
the
good.
underside of the olive pit. And that's where we'll end tonight.